Alright, so we are setting things up now. Getting ready to go live any minute soon. Just give me some time here, folks, and we'll settle in, okay? I hope you're all well today. Hello, everybody. Just checking in. Hello. Alrighty. Well, a few of us are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's make some room. We're just starting. We're just warming up. Seeing who's around, seeing who's hanging out. So I see a few of you would like a reading. Thank you very much. So far, we have about, 12 people here or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now we've only got a very small number here, but is there anybody whose name that I missed who would like a little oracle reading? It's just a little oracle reading, but you never know what comes out of those things. So, so far we have Inya, Ubasti, Stars the Limit, Sadia, Wawosu, and Mona. So if anyone else wants one, I have room for more. So if there's anyone else out there who wants an oracle and you haven't had one yet, especially the newbies, Ran, what's up with you? Ran Bigu. Ran Bigu. Ran Bigu. How about you, Ran Bigu? Can I offer you a tasty nibble? Free samples. This is our Samplers Day. Yes. Hello, Queen of Noor. I wish I could hear your voices too. Yeah. So, yes. All right. So at the moment, so we got 6. I can probably handle another 6 more in case anybody wants one. Ah, okay. Queen of Noor. Okay. So let's find you. I know you're here because I already signed you in. There you go. We're going to get you one. Okay. We're just going to get you your own. You're going to get your own post-it note. It's just for you. Your own magic post-it note, Queen of Noor. Now, some of you have been here before, and you kind of know the routine. I'm going to show you something. Yes, Mona, I made a note. I don't know if I told everybody, but I'm hoping if I have the energy, we're going to have a little another show this evening to celebrate the new moon, in case anybody's interested. Yeah, so there you go. Now, I'm going to mention this early on in the show here today because these are just mini oracle readings. So I'm just working on from four decks, okay? So what I'm trying to do here with this channel, as a lot of you know, it's not a very conventional tarot channel. I'm much more interested in the health and the healing of our visitors and our members, especially when it comes to things that are very, very difficult to heal in regular medical practices, okay? Oh, I see someone new. Valen R, yes, you may. Valen R, you are being added to the list. Thank you very much. Valen R, you are now on the list. And so you have the potential to request a mini reading. So at the moment we have 7 folks lined up to get their little oracles. So if anybody else needs one and you haven't signed in yet and you want one and you haven't said it yet, please type it in the screen. Let me know. I have to see it on the screen that you'd like a reading. The easiest way to do that is just say me, 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 me. Hello, Ivona. I'll check you in. Hold on. Let me get you over here, Ivona. Welcome. Good afternoon. Greetings, Ivona. Hope everyone's good. Yes, it's good to see you guys. Sometimes it gets very lonely over here, and I love doing these live things with you. It's so much fun. So what I was going to say is, oh, we got some new, oh, yes, hold on. Hold on, let me get you over here. Rosangeli Rodriguez. Okay, I got you. So, Ms. Rodriguez, do we see that with a hard G or a softy, like Rosangeli or Rosangeli? I don't know how to put that on the screen. Tanya Hikes wants a reading. Okay. All in one. Just type your name in and ask for the reading. Why not? Yes, we'll put you in. Sure. Welcome. You're very, very welcome. So I will put Tanya. Okay, Tanya, you're going to go on the board. Tanya Hikes, you're going to get one. Here we go. Here we go. That's for you. That's your magic post-it note. Everybody's getting nice and checked in here, and that's good. I'm going to make a little bit more room because it's going to start to get too crowded on the board here. Just making some space here for people. And I have to do some work too. All right, so here we go. We're getting more and more complicated. Okay, that's good. So we're off to a pretty good start. So let me get back to what I was trying to say earlier. Some of you know this already. You've been here plenty of times, but some of you brand new, okay? So welcome all the newbies. I'd love to recommend that you get a little oracle reading. It's lots of fun, and it's amazing what can happen with one just tiny card. Hey, Linda. What's going on? What's going on? Linda Descartes is here. Super duper. Thank you, Linda. We're still just saying hello and introducing ourselves to everybody. Thank you very much. So here's what I wanted to show you. So here we are. It's our Wellness Wednesday. Oh, thank you, Rosangeli. Got it. So I got it first time. Yay. Cool. I bet you're a Cali girl, right, Rosangeli? So anyway, here we are. Free Oracle micro readings. Just one little Oracle card, okay? But they work miracles. Now, before we actually start doing all of this stuff, we're going to work with 4 decks, and they're kind of special. I chose them specifically because of the way this channel works. I'm very much about the healing and things like that. So, and these are the areas that I encounter the most where we need the most healing. Obviously, there's things like finance and career, but I can cover a lot of that in here. So, Linda, okay, I'm going to put you up for one, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Why not? Got you. Got you, Linda. Don't worry. There you are. Got to put the S on. Gosh, how am I going to do this? I guess I'll put them across the top for the moment. XXOO. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's the new bumper sticker. Yes, you can. Yes. Yes. Okay, why not? You just dive right in there. Just dive right in. Absolutely. Okay, I got to start to calm down because before I know it, I'll run out of spots and people will still be trying to get in a line. All right, let's have a look. Anyway, what I was trying to explain, don't worry. Yeah, you got it. So let me explain again. I like to know who everybody is, and I love to know where you guys all come from. It's a tremendous treat for me. Belsimella, if it's frozen, do the, what do they call it? Refresh. Hit the refresh button. The show will not go away. If you hit the refresh button way up at the corner there somewhere for your browser, it will reboot and kick back for you. Okay, you want one as well, Rosangeli? Okay. Lucky for you, because we're getting full up really quickly. Rosangeli, got it? All right, so there we go. And Valen wants one. Aha! Now we are filling up. Okay, Valen, you got it. Now, everybody has to be patient because some people will get theirs way before others, okay? And I'm thinking what I'll probably do is go in order, like kind of the way we did it, over here, then here, because of like, maybe like a first come, first serve kind of thing. So again, I'm going to try again. So I like to break it down. There are so many different categories for which we could do readings, but the way this channel works, I like to focus on the really difficult things. And if it gets really difficult, you can always, check out the links below, hint, hint. I do all the readings, personal readings and stuff like that. But for now, this is just mostly like samplers and tasters for you guys to have some fun and help to get a little bit of wellness, okay? It's all about wellness here today, Wellness Wednesday. So what I have, I'm using 4 decks right now. One deck is focusing on your psychic growth, your spiritual development, okay? A lot of people come to this channel who are already kind of psychic and mediums and tarot readers and healers and energy healers, and they reach these plateaus where things get very, very weird. And you need a little bit of support and guidance. So we can do that here. So pick that deck. If you're already way up in the clouds, way too high, and you need to come back down to earth for whatever reason, then we'll use the Gaia deck. If it's all about lovey-dovey stuff, complicated relationship thingies, we'll look at the Romance Angels if you like. And if you're struggling with deep power issues inside of you, where it's the self versus the self, the self and versus the soul of the self, you versus you, ego versus soul, then we'll go for the power of surrender. This is a very challenging card, so you have to be brave. You have to be brave to pick this card. I'm just letting you know. So let's have a look. LS6230. Okay. Okay, we're running out of room, people. I'm just going to put it at that for now, and then if more people show up later, then we'll see what happens. But for the moment, LS6230, you are up for it. I'm just going to put you straight on, okay? You just arrived, you just got off the bus, and now we're going straight into it. All right, got it. So I'm going to start with Inya. Inya Berknes over there in Norway. I'm assuming you're over there in Norway. So let me do this. Okay, people, this is where it starts to get kind of serious. I hope you're braced for all of this. I'm going to set some of these things aside, and I'm going to start concentrating on readings, because I know that's why you guys are here. First of all, let me gather up all the Post-its. And here's how we're going to do it, so you guys are a witness. We're going to start with Inya. So Inya, start thinking of which deck you want to use, okay? The Psychic deck, the Gaia Earth deck, the Romance Angels deck, or the Power of Surrender deck, okay? So that's kind of, those are the parameters of the show at the moment. That's how we're doing this show for now. Inya wants Romance Angels. Okay, I saw that. So let me just put a mark up here before I forget. So we're going to do a little Romance Angels card, okay? Okay, let's have a look here. So I'm being super, as you know, this is a highly professional operation, and I do things in a very organized manner. And it's we can't do the show without my magic clipboards and the wonderful, amazing Post-it notes. The magic Post-it notes. I can't imagine my life without Post-it notes and clipboards. I like to make lists. I'm one of those people, I like to make lists. I can't help it. It's kind of like a compulsion. Yeah. Okay. So you might have to remind me again later, Mona, because you're quite a bit farther on. Well, maybe I can't remember where you are in here. So here we are, people. We've probably got a few people. We've got Pam Bam over here in New Zealand. She's just getting up, having her New Zealand Breakfast Club coffee over there. And let's see, I believe Inya is over here in Norway, and Mona, I believe, is over here in Norway. So let's get started. Okay, it's going to be very simple. Okay, very, very simple. Eric, male. Okay. Actually, let me make a note of that because we don't have a lot of guys who come here. I'm really happy when I get a few guys here because it kind of even balances things out. I love the ladies, of course. But as you know, we cover it all. There really is no gender bias here. Let's have a look. So before we get rolling, people, I want to say hello in person. Greetings. It's Terra Lumination, and we are here on Wellness Wednesday. I'm going to do everything I can to help you guys get a little bit of basically TLC. Get it? That was a joke. TLC. Anyway, never mind. I just thought of that one too. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so we're going to start with Inya. Now, I've got the Romance Angels deck because I like it. She makes a lot of other decks. I don't particularly like them, but I love this little deck. It's just an amazing little deck. All right, so let's just get on with it. All right, Inya. Now, the cards are already well shuffled in advance, but we're just going to trust the process here, all right? And you're going to get a little card, and it's going to throw some light on your situation. Now, this is not going to matter whether you are coupled up already, or you're singled up, or whether you're lost and sad and lonely, or whether you're like deliciously happy and you just don't know what to do with all your love, whatever it is. It's a very perplexing thing. Love is a very, very puzzling thing. It means so many things to so many different people. I like to have a definition because that's my like measuring stick, you know, like it's my 0 point. And on the Terra Illumination channel, I like to my personal definition of love goes something like this. First of all, love is as love does. Love is a measurable force, a measurable action, and it requires decision making and focus of energy to being loving and being loved. But we have to own it first, okay? So what I'd like to do, Inya, if you don't mind, I'd like to hijack your reading and do a little invocation for everybody here today. In fact, I'm going to cheat. Hold on. Stay there. I'm going to use my little cheat sheet. You know what? I'm just going to do it with you guys, okay? I'm just going to do it straight up, okay? So brace yourselves. You might not be expecting this at this time of the day, but we're going to do it. And this is for all of you, but I'm hijacking Inya's reading for everybody, okay? So it's kind of like a little prayer. This is kind of what I do here anyway, but I'm just doing it kind of now in public and I'm just sharing it with you, okay? And I'm asking this on our behalf, on your behalf, and you can pretend that you're saying it to yourself as well if you want, okay? So it goes kind of like this. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my mind from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my heart from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my soul from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill all my relationships from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my loved ones from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my home from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my life from up above. Then so it is spoken, so it is done. It's a conversation with heaven, okay? It's just us chatting with heaven. That's all it is. It's just a conversation. Your angels are right there. They're right there. They are right there. You are surrounded, okay? You're surrounded by the healing power of love. You are surrounded, you're swimming in love. So the question is, are you aware? And if you are aware, what are you going to do about it? Love is as love does. It's an actionable force, okay? It's like a thing that you distribute. You only have a certain number of hours in the day to do that. And so you have to be very, I would say, discriminating in how you express and share and convey and express your love. Are you going to squander it all and give it all away? Are you going to dedicate it to the ones that you love, especially starting with thyself? Love thyself. Then you go from there. When you start with thyself, then you own it. And then you can actually, it's like having no debt in your life. When you own it, then you can be loving and be loved. It's like a formula. You had to own it first. That's why I do my invocation. I was just sharing that with you. And then you own it, okay? Just own the love. Love thyself, okay? That's where we start, okay, Inya? No matter what's happening with other people or a certain other one, okay? All right, let's get back to you, okay? Thank you, Inya. I'm sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Anyway, that's what we just said, but now it's in paper. But anyway, I remember it because I say it. I say it every day. Uh-oh, Deb's Chisholm is here. I gotta check in Deb's. I can't do the rest of the show without checking in Deb's. Okay. Thank you for indulging me, people. I kind of have like a little captive audience there, so I thought I would grab the opportunity. Deb's, Deb's Chisholm, over there in the UK. I hope everything's good for you. All right, let's actually do it now. No more stalling, Terra Illumination. No more stalling. Okay, Inya, brace yourself. You know what to do. Invite your invisible friends. Get comfortable. And just trust the process. So I'm just going to pull a card for you now. That's it. Very, very, very simple. Okay. It says here, forgiving and learning. Okay. So this is kind of a challenging card because most people don't like to forgive, and a lot of people just get fed up with learning. It's work. It means having to make decisions that go against the ego. The ego wants this, 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 and this, and this, but the soul wants that, 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 and that, and that. And sometimes they clash really badly, and you learn and discover these things probably most evidently in relationships, but especially one-on-one relationships. Okay? So I'm just going to read it here and then read from the book, okay? It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, okay? So I'm just going to read from the book. Bear with me. All right, it says here, the romance angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you have been hurt before and that you are very wary of being hurt again. Nobody wants to be hurt again once they've been hurt in love. And yet your defenses are actually creating barriers to allowing love into your life, especially new love, or a new version of love with an existing love. As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is just a primary tool of healing. So to change to a healthier relationship pattern, it is necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be harboring inside yourself, okay? This includes forgiving yourself, okay? It's tough, okay? If you call upon the angels and ask them, just like we did in that invocation, okay, just the same thing, then you can customize it perfectly to suit you. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they will help you clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. You can do a little invocation, just like that. So if you've got lots of things like resentment and confusion and bitterness and unforgiveness inside of you, and it's not healing and you're not working to heal it, you can't really move on in love. It's impossible. So we can talk about this another time, but I hope this makes sense to you, okay, Inya? Thank you very much. Next up, let's prepare. Next up, we have Upasti. All right, Upasti, just type it in on the screen, whatever it is, the deck that you're wanting. I just saw somebody arrive. Hold on. I just saw somebody new. Hold on. I'm going to try to watch the chat now to keep in touch so I don't get too lost. Thank you, Priyanka. Hitting the button is wonderful. And for everybody who's new here, if you're not a subscriber, it's incredibly important to subscribe to the channel. And even more important to that is to click the bell. Click the bell right next to the subscriber button, okay? Thank you very much. Let me just clear this deck and I will sign in. There was somebody right there. I saw them. Oh, I see your little smiley face thing. It says wink, wink. That's exactly what's going on right now. Wink, wink. Okay. Well, I'm glad we kind of, sometimes it's uncomfortable because what happens here a lot is that we touch a nerve. The way we do readings here, they're like sniper bullets. They go straight to the core of the matter. So let me just put something over here. I've got to take the list. Let me just check. Ubasti wants Romance Angels. Okay, just for today. There you go. Let me just, where? I just saw somebody. Where are you? Hold on. Who was that? Gypsy Girl. I saw Gypsy Girl. I have to start another page. Oh, we got one. I'm going to put Gypsy Girl over here. And then I saw Rise from Clay. South Africa. South Africa. South Africa. Did I get the accent right? Is that good? South Africa? I can't do it. Damn. Rise from Clay. There we go. Cape Town. All right. At this moment of time, I'm just going to like leave these kind of open-ended here at the moment because we have a lot of readings to do, and I'm not sure how far we're going to get with everybody. Okay, so let's just keep going for the moment. I'm not going to say you're not going to get your little micro reading, but we'll do the best we can. Okay. So now let me get back, Ubasti. We have for you the Romance Angels deck. So it's the same thing, everybody. Let me just do this. How about this? Stars the limit. You're going to be up next, all right? So after this, I will take a little bit of time to try to check in visually on the chat to see what kind of deck you want. Uh-oh, we got another one. Tarakochi. Okay. Hello, Tara. Greetings. Hello, Tara. Is it Tara or Tara? Gosh, I hope I said it the right way. There we go. Got it. See how incredibly organized and efficient we are? It's amazing, isn't it? This is a highly professional operation, as you can tell. We only use the finest ingredients here. Everything is non-GMO, humanitarianly harvested. And we have a vegan selection. We have a meat eater selection. We have fruitarians. We've got it all here. Okay. Well, I'm glad a few people are getting their notifications over in New Zealand, South Africa, Norway, Austria, America, maybe a few other places I'm not aware of. Thank you, darling. So, Gypsy Girl, where are you? Terra. Okay, so it sounds like Terra. Okay, cool. Thank you for the phonetic thingy there. Terra. Okay, got it. Terra. Got it. I got it. I got it. I just hope I remember it when we get there later on. So, Tara, you'll have to be very patient and hang in because today we're kind of doing everything like first come, first serve. So, Ubasti is up next, and she chose Romance Angels for fun. Why not? It's interesting to have a little bit of perspective on your love life. Gypsy Girl in America. Oh, I know. You live in a camper van. You got one of those VW hippie buses, haven't you? Oh, no, no. You're an Airbnb-er. You're a couch surfer. No, maybe you're like a hiker, a wilderness hiker. Okay, I started to cut this deck. I didn't do that earlier, but it kind of doesn't matter actually right now. We're just going totally in the flow. Here we go. It says, give your relationship a chance. Aha. So if you've got something simmering, okay, to me, the key word here is patience, obviously. Work on your partnership. A lot of people, oh my gosh, okay, a lot of people seriously don't want to do the work. Relationships take work. It's time, commitment, investment. It means having to deliberately allocate time to the relationship, prioritizing energy towards the relationship. And sometimes that's very uncomfortable because when people hook up, the more and more and the closer and closer they hook up, the more the expectations rise, especially if it's romance and passion, it rises exponentially. And when they reach that moment of crescendo, just like on a nature program, when you see the beautiful female being courted by the violent male who's slaughtering all the other males, and finally he wins her attention, and they do their courtship dance, and they make little babies in heaven, and the babies come down to earth. It's all wonderful. And then everything after that kind of goes, well, wait a minute. Uh, who's the breadwinner here? Well, wait a minute, who's wearing the trousers here? Wait a minute, I'm the guy. Like, oh, wait a minute, but I'm the woman, and I actually do all the work and hold it together. And it goes on and on and on. You realize you take so much for granted. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, you Basti, we got it. Let's have a look. Give, give, give. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so here is an image of these two insanely like fantasy, romantic, beautiful creatures here. Like this dashing hero man and this highly enticing woman, both trying to figure stuff out, okay? The romance angels see that your relationship is worth devoting effort to. Although there may be issues, these can be worked through and healed. You will need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chance of success. At the very least, if you do end it, you'll know that you gave it your all. You'll also understand the role that you play in the dynamics. It's so important to understand that you're a part of the equation. People can't just shove all the expectations for outcomes and answers onto the other party. Okay, it's a joint ownership. You would know that if you watch some of the relationship spreads that I do for the monthly reports. Let me basically says here. So once you understand the role that you play in the relationship dynamics, okay, then you will avoid attracting any similar painful situations in the future. So if there's stuff that you have to work on, it probably requires, you know, getting closer and closer, and that can often mean more and more uncomfortable, especially if the issues are delicate. Things like unrequited love, or uh, unmet expectations, or desires for this compared to desires for that, and so on and so on. You received this card because there's hope for your partnership. You see, you just needed to know that. Terra Lumination, TLC. TLC. Got it? TLC. It's a joke. Oh. You receive this card because there's hope for your partnership. The love is there. Working with a counselor, hint, hint, may be your best option at this point. This professional can identify areas of dysfunction and guide you both in healthier directions. The reality is, it's very rare that I do couples readings, but I have done them. And I can do them by remote. It's an amazing experience. If anybody is actually courageous enough to do that, Terra Illumination does private couples readings. Sometimes it's absolutely mind-boggling what comes up. That's probably why people don't do them very often, because they're too scared. They don't want to know. Anyway, the nice phrase here is, the love is still there. Okay, got it, Ubasti? Got it? Next up. Stars the limit. Stars the limit. Type it in soon, soon, soon. Please, please, please. Whatever deck it is that you want. We've got the deck to deal for. Let me just do the overview again quickly here. Okay, stars the limit. If you can check the screen, you're up, you're next. If you're like doing your nails or driving or at work or something, please understand you're up, you're up, you're up. So we got to pick a deck for you. Are you concerned about your spiritual advancement and growth, your ascendance? Are you so far up in the clouds already that you're having troubles coming down to earth? Let's go for this. If it's lovey-dovey stuff, we'll do the romance angels. If it's internal, deep, entrenched internal problems, we will go with the power of surrender. So please type it in as soon as you can. If I don't see you there pretty soon, we're going to move on to the next person. Okay, that'll give other people a chance. Meanwhile, I'm going to clear the decks. Okay. If you got it. Thank you, Basti. I don't have any moderators here today. Does anybody want to be a moderator? That means you're going to be here for a while. And I'll put a little clicker. I'll click the button. The moderators are really helpful, like trying to help me remember who's up and what kind of deck they want and things like that. Or if I missed somebody signing in and things like that. All right, let's have a look. All right, deck is shuffled for this. We're going to put it aside. And since Stars the Limit is not showing up, or maybe the screen or the chat is frozen, I'm not sure what happened here. So, okay. Ubasti, you want to do it? Okay, if you got time and energy, I'm going to mark you. Here we go. Bling. Yay, you are now a moderator. It is official. Thank you very, very much. I needed that. All right, I'm going to keep Stars the Limit over there, but I'm going to start looking to the next person. The next person is Mona. Mona, I hope you're still here. Yeah, I know it's very late at night for you. Please, if you could let us know which deck that you would like. I just spelled them out here. Okay. I'm going to put Stars the Limit kind of on a holding pattern. Oh, there you are. Oh. All right. Okay. Okay, so you are here. Excellent. Thank you so much. Now, did we uh okay, Linda, I just saw your notes there, and we will remember that somehow. And then if you have to watch this on the action replay, you can do that. Right now, I got to check in with Stars the Limit. We got to make sure what deck they want. Stars the Limit. Stars the Limit. Choose a deck, please. Yes. So here's some here. Yes, pick a deck. Pick a deck. Pick a deck. Stars the Limit. We have 4 decks to choose from. Okay. I have the Power of Surrender. Okay. Okay. I have a deck that focuses on psychic growth. Okay. Stars the Limit wants Romance Angels. Okay, so it's a big rush for Romance Angels today. Here we go. No problem. My happy self. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Basti, that helps so much because I only have like 2 hands. I wish I had 4. Okay, so Stars, you want romance. Got it. Let me make a note here. Romance Angels. Okay, so you don't have to say anything. So do you, I mean, some people I know, some of these channels, you have to write in lots and lots of questions about when is this or why is that or who is this or when's my twin flame going to show up and like why is my love life so sucky and all of those, and that's fine, but that takes up a lot of time. And I like to just dive in totally blind because the way things work here, we end up touching the nerve anyway. Yes, we do have an unusually romantic day today. You know what I think? It's something to do with the Leo new moon. It's a very romantic, powerful energy. Leo rules the 5th house, ruled by the sun, which rules true love and romance. That is the 5th house, okay? So there's a strong emphasis for everybody because we have this Leo new moon, which just started a few hours ago. Wherever you have that Leo 8 degrees in your chart, that's where this is going to happen, people. Okay. Thanks, Ubasti. There's more people typing in their decks. That's fantastic. It's going to really help. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Ubasti. All right, here we go. Stars the Limit. Let's see what's happening for you. I'm going to do a really quick cut. You know what to do. Literally just reach out, say to yourself, dear invisible friends, please gather around right now. I'm doing a reading with Tarot Lumination. We want to know the best outcome from these cards. What is the message that Tarot Lumination cards have for me today? Stars the Limit. Thank you very much. Here we go. It says, more repeats. Look at this. Okay, we're getting themes here. I think this is very much to do with the new moon. We're all like it's almost like, you know, when you get like a big surf wave and everybody recognizes the wave and everybody jumps in the same wave at the same time. Just like flocks of birds all of a sudden take off at once together, just like waves pick up. But that's what's happening here. Forgiving and learning. So I'm going to read it again for you, Stars the Limit. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present. This channel is so much about you have to reveal it to heal it, okay? I'm going to go check in with you personally, all right? Just stay there, Stars, okay? I can't say it enough times. This channel, all we do is talk about it all day, every day. You've got to reveal it to heal it, okay? I mean, like if I was like a regular MD doctor and you had a broken shoulder, I would say, you got to show me where is it? You know, where is it hurt? If you got, you know, psychosis, we got to go inside. Where is it hurt? Why? We have to reveal it to heal it. And sometimes, no matter how much healthcare plan you have, there are certain things that you can't really heal unless you go really deep down inside. And that seems to be what happens here at this channel. So that's what we do here. If you want other stuff, you know, there's other places to go, but this is what we do here. You're very, very brave to come here. Anybody who comes to this channel is very brave, okay? I applaud you. You're very courageous to be here because you put yourself in a state of super high exposure, super high risk. But where there is risk, there is reward. And you can't get the reward without taking the risk. So here we go. Let's get back to you, okay? You're very brave, stars. So this will probably have a different feel for you. The romance angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance, okay? They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. Oh my gosh, you know, when we do these sometimes Sunday night group readings, the power of now is so, so important because a lot of us have been beat up and bruised in love and romance in some way or another. And it is so painful. It is so incredibly painful to have messed up love and relationship that we close the heart. And it makes it very, very hard to open up and love again fully and properly. So you end up stagnant, you end up petrified, you end up locked in, and people do amazing things to protect their heart center. But that's like also the same time starving the heart, okay? The heart wants to love and be loved, and that means taking the massive risk of being open. Remember, Leo also with this new moon is the sign that talks about heart energy, opening the heart chakra. And if you have like a long legacy, a long history of pain and suffering in some way, shape, or another, maybe multiple repeated problems or one long continuous problem, it can build up like things can get fossilized. The heart can get fossilized. It's very, very hard to undo that. You need invocations, you need doses, you need to invoke the healing power of love into your life from up above so that you can have the richness and warmth inside of you to get on with the forgiving and the learning, because almost by definition forgiving and learning is painful, hard work, and uncomfortable, and you don't want to do it. Okay, sorry, I turned into a bit of a lecture there. I got carried away, stars. I hope you don't mind. The angels see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you have been hurt before and that you are wary of being hurt again. And yet, your defenses are creating barriers to allowing love in your life. Even if it's current, there's still barriers. So as you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. Now, healing your past is not the same as burying your past. You know, we talk about those 12th house issues, the house of self-undoing, where people dump all their pain and their suffering, and that turns into a toxic waste dump, which putrefies and contaminates the rest of your life. That's not allowed here on this channel, okay? So if you've got issues with that stuff, stars, then we'll have to follow up another time, okay? After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced. That's part of the laws of attraction and action. If you haven't healed that stuff and done the forgiving and the learning, then it just keeps reverberating and recycling until it is healed. You've got to reveal it to heal it. All this action replay stuff, retrograde type energy, uh, it reminds you that you've already experienced, because this is a primary tool of healing. So you also, stars, you might as well take advantage right now over the next 4 or 5 months. Mercury goes retrograde today, okay? So communications will open up a little bit better for everybody. And then we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, all retrograde right now. That's very heavy, deep, deep undercurrents. I'm not talking about the waves splashing over here and the rip currents on the shore. I'm talking about the massive, deep undertow currents that create the weather across the world, the big currents here, the currents here, these massive currents. That's the stuff that we deal with here on Terra Lumination, okay? So those retrogrades are referring to these massive currents that we deal with in our life that are so deep and buried that we hardly know they exist, but they impact everything, everything in our life. And so if there are really deeply buried issues that are bubbling up like smoking lava, and it's painful and it's uncomfortable, that is a sign that there is something that is yearning for the revealing, for the healing, okay? To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it is necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may still be holding. This includes forgiving yourself. Some people are experts at punishing themselves, especially if you're a compassion junkie and you assume all the blame for all the problems. If you call upon your angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they will clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness, okay? It's work, stars. It's a lot of work, but you're in a really good place with really good people, okay? So don't worry. You're not alone. Believe me, you're not alone with that reading. There are probably millions of people who would benefit from listening to that reading and treating it as their own. All right, stars. Next up, Mona. Mona, what deck do we have for you? I'm going to shuffle the deck for the romance and clear it up, and I'm going to wait to see what Mona's got coming for us. Don't go too far, Ubasti, because I don't know how much I can handle, okay? Got it. So there are 4 decks that we're working from. I can't remember what Mona wanted. Oh, thank you, Ubasti. Psychic growth. Okay, that's what we're going to use. Thank you very much. I'm glad we're kind of breaking up the pattern with the Romance Angels because it was getting really kind of intense over here. I need to be able to be as fluid as possible with the readings. Uh-oh, there's more people showing up. Ubasti, help, help, help. There's more people showing up. I don't know how many I can carry. All right, so Mona. In case you guys don't know out there, Mona is actually a reader. Mona does cards. Mona has a lot of tarot decks, and I've been extremely lucky to receive, I think what they call it is an exchange. We've done exchange readings. It's an amazing experience. Thank you, Mona. So Mona is still always on path. Mona is always, always, always on path, ascending, ascending, doing the work, doing the cleaning, doing the cleansing, the clarifying, the purification, the distillation, the discrimination processes. It's work, people. It's work. It's not a magic trick. It's work. And so, Mona, I was wondering where you were for a moment. I'm so happy you're here today, Mona. All right, so we're going to do the psychic one for Mona. I already saw that on the on the notes from Ubasti. And by the way, Mona probably knows more than many of us that, like, let's say the greater the ascendance, like the more you get onto these paths, you think, oh, now I'm ascended. Everything's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be in heaven all day, every day. I can walk around and look like a hippie and wear sandals, and money will just come to me. I will automatically be happy. I'll just read a couple of books on mindfulness, and I will just walk around in a life of bliss forever. It doesn't really work like that. I mean, you can create a state of bliss, but bliss and all that stuff that I was kind of joking around a bit, but some of the people who, especially people who do this professionally, I believe most of you would testify that the deeper you go, the deeper the currents, the greater the demands on your psychic self, your psychic soul, your psychic identity. It puts in tremendous pressure to operate at the frequencies that these readers do. Hey, Christina, I saw that. You got to go, you got to go. So check in, okay, soon, and we'll make sure you get one. All right? I don't know if I got you on the board already, but anyway. All right, let's have a look, Mona. What do we got for you? We're just going to dive right in, okay? You're used to this. You know what's happening here. Okay, it says, what do you love? Aha! I bet you weren't expecting this. Okay, this is kind of a very delicious imagery here. The guy who paints these things, what's his name again? The lady who paints it is Sonia Choquette. Okay? Uh, they're very, very rich, like luscious, indulgent paintings. She does them herself. Okay? So remember, this is to do with your psychic growth. Okay? How to awaken and grow further. Basically above and beyond your main senses, going into sixth sensory, high sensory perception, extrasensory perception, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, intuitive readings, psychic readings, medium readings, card readings, and so on. So I'll read it for you, Mona. One of the most powerful tools for raising your vibration and attracting divine support is to openly acknowledge out loud what you love on a regular basis. For example, rather than spending your lunch break talking about the boss that you hate, the postal clerk who gets on your nerves, or the bad drivers on the road, and so on, all the negative stuff, focus instead on the wonderful friend from college who will be visiting, or the corner coffee shop that makes the best latte you've ever had. In other words, affirm the good. Affirm the good things in life when you speak. It's just like tapping into the attitude of gratitude. It's so easy to slip into forgetting how fortunate we are. So do the same thing when you chat with friends on the phone or email them, or friends or family, loved ones, whatever it is. Affirm the good things. You don't have to be in the presence of others to do this. You can do this on your own. Everything you say, whether heard or not, holds an enormous magnetic vibration. So speaking of what you love not only heals your heart, it actually attracts what you love. Oh my gosh, the power of our words. Oh, I should really play that song. Maybe I don't think I'll have time for it, but there's a song, if you're interested, people, it's called Love the Word, and it's on the channel. It's on the playlist, songs playlist. So speaking the word, okay? The same goes for what you hate, which is what most five sensory fear-based people talk about most. And I am a classic example. I'm punishing myself. I'm constantly undermining myself with negative self-talk. And I should know better. You know, I personally should know better. I help a lot of people, but I too, just like a lot of you, I can be my own worst enemy. And again, the more you get into this, it's almost the harder it is to unwind from being your own worst enemy, because you discover more and more deeply buried layers of how we are our own worst enemies by focusing on the shadow side of things. Simply announcing to yourself and others who and what you love balances your vibration and draws people to you. It also opens your heart and realigns you with your true path and purpose. Your true path and purpose. Do this for a few minutes every day, and it will correct your course, fill your aura with sweetness, and heal your life. That's really very close to what we try to do here at Terra Illumination as a channel, okay? Literally as a channel. That little reading there, uh, again, this is one of those days, that little reading there, that could apply to all the readers, the tarot people who are here, you know? Well, actually, it could apply to anybody, really, but, you know, for you, Mona, because you're already advanced, uh, to me, it's a very serious message, okay? It's starting to get hot here in the studio, so bear with me. I might have to sort of wipe down my hands now and again because it's getting very hot in here. I can't run any kind of coolers because the fans would be too loud. Oh, look at that, Mona. That's so cool. That's so cool. You're manifesting fast these days. Sending love and healing for your daughter, boyfriend these days. That's good. That's very kind of you. That's very, very kind of you. It's like, Mona, I think you're probably getting close to, or if you're not already, you're probably at the point where you could be an energy healer, you know, working with your hands, doing remote healing, pranic healing, harmonium type healing, Barbara Brennan type healing, all of those super high frequency energy healing modalities, okay? Calm down, Ubasti. Jeepers. We're, we're, we're in a public forum. Mona, I hope that made sense. Next up, we have Sadia Sadiq. All right, Sadia, let's see what's going on here. I need some refreshment. Thank you very much. Actually, let me do this properly. We'll get more done this way. So we got Sadia coming up, right? Here we are. Sadia, you're up next. So if you could let us know which deck you want to read. We've got the Power of Surrender. If you're struggling deep inside, we got the Psychic Guide deck. If you're trying to, you know, figure out your like your spiritual advancement. Okay. Hello, Angela of Tarot. Yes, hang around. I'm going to do hopefully a show tonight as well. So, Sadia, I would like to know what deck you would like, but also, Sadia wants Romance Angels, of course, obviously. Why did I ask? I didn't even have to ask. I'll just do that. And after Sadia, we have W. Wosu, okay? W. Wosu, you are after Sadia. So maybe you could let Ubasti know what deck you like and we'll check in when it's your turn, okay? Okay, Sadia, you are up. You are up, Sadia. You're getting the Romance Angels deck. It's funny, like everything's kind of going sort of smoothly. Have you noticed? It's actually, there's kind of a flow happening. Aha! Mona, that's amazing. That's amazing. Fantastic. Your husband is here. That's fantastic. Oh. I tried to do so many different types of healing modalities, and none of them worked. None of them worked for me, not properly. Um, I'm not very good at the academic stuff and doing the training and the certifications. I get really, really PO'd. It drives me absolutely insane. And so I end up with tarot illumination, which I love doing. And it's kind of like, this is like a portal for energy healing. That's how it really is here. It's really a portal for energy healing rather than the tarot itself. The tarot and the oracles are tools. They're instruments that open the portals to healing. Okay? Good night, Mona. It's fantastic. It's very, very late in Norway right now. Okay, Sadia, you're up. You've chosen the Romance Angels. So again, please, I would ask you to take a couple of breaths. Put your hands on your heart. Invite your invisible friends to get with you close and accept that there's a message coming to you from the cards, through the cards for you today. Okay. All right, here we go. This one's for you, Sadia. Thank you for being here. I believe, Sadia, you are, am I correct? You're in Pakistan? Okay, so that would be, this is a very, very old map. But today, Pakistan would be somewhere around here. So I'm really happy that you are here. This is your card. Let your friends help you. Okay? Sometimes that's really difficult to do because we don't want our friends to know, like, sometimes the deep inside things that are happening in love and relationship, especially if there's something that's not working. Doesn't matter what's not working, whether it's you, Sadia, or the other party, or the relationship itself. You know, when I do the reports, I pull out cards. I do, you know, a card for you, a card for the other person, and a card for the relationship itself. Okay? I know you know about these things. You must have watched the channel a few times. So that would be you. That would be the other and potential other with love. And even if you're not hooked up right now, you still have the relationship dynamic energies pulsing out of you. And then you have this third thing called the relationship. So this has its own life and energy and purpose of its own, and you guys own it, okay? So you and the others, you own this thing. So whatever is happening here or not happening here, it's part of a relationship dynamic. And if there is dysfunction here, or if there's an absence of love here, or there's like, if things are not, let's say, working very well, or if you're unhappy, or some people are so happy that they don't know what to do with it. They're scared that something's going to go wrong. But let's just get to the point. Let your friends help you, okay? Ask for and accept support from others. The important thing here is to ask. Okay, you have to ask for the help. It takes a huge amount of courage to do that. And then when the help arrives, accepting the help. That's sometimes even harder to do because sometimes we get messages and feedback that we don't want to hear because all of us, we want to hear what we want to hear. You know, you could pay me $1,000 and I'll tell you everything that you want to hear. You just have to give me a list. And how much use would that be as a tarot reader? Not much. All right, let's read from the book just to get some balance here. Okay, so let's look at the little picture because it's kind of sweet. Okay, let's just pretend that's you, Sadia. There's your lovely self, and you got your buddies here, and they're all concerned about you, all the wonderful things about you, all the sucky things about you, all the amazing things about your love life, or all the sucky things about your love life. And then there's your invisible friends, okay? They are here. They are here. They are here. They're here. They're here. They're surrounding you. They're supporting you, okay? Just like your real friends. The romance angels are helping you via other people to the degree that you'll allow this assistance occur. It can only happen as much as you allow the help to happen, okay? This card indicates that you need to be more willing to ask for guidance, especially within the context of your love life. For instance, discuss your feelings, your hopes, your dreams. Then allow others to help you. Perhaps they will offer support, give advice, or even know of a potential partner among their acquaintances in case you're single. This card is a signal that you would benefit from spending quality time with your friends. If you're currently in a relationship, you will get renewed enthusiasm by having regular outings with good friends. Sometimes it's really good to do that, like have girls' night out. Like if you're in a very demanding, challenging relationship or a marriage or something where there's a lot of work, it's important to take at least an hour or two a week, like for girls' night out, some kind of party night where it's nobody else. It's nobody else. It's all about you and your friends, just doing something, okay? If you're single, then spending time with your special friends, your people, will get you out of the house and bring in fresh energy, like opening the doors on a beautiful day, opening the windows. Your friends may also introduce you to a wonderful romantic partner. But the key thing I think here is it's for the asking and the receiving. And all that takes risk. Okay, it means having to take the risk when you're asking for help or you're sharing your things about, especially the stuff that doesn't work. It's kind of like an admission that there's failure in my love life, and I don't want to admit that. And so we don't talk, so we just close up, and then you're stuck, and it becomes more and more closed and fossilized, and you become more and more frightened to reveal what needs healing by checking in with your friends. So I think the message here is to start right now with this Leo new moon. Seize this energy to vitalize something with your friends so that you can like freshen things up. Enjoy the feedback, even if it's like, even if it makes you cry, that's good for you. If it makes you laugh, that's good for you. But do that with your friends or your buddies. Okay. Thank you, Sadia. Next up, we have Wosu. All right, let's have a look. Now, I can't remember what deck. I didn't even know. Let's have a look. I don't have a Power of Now deck. I have a Power of Surrender deck. It's very different. Wosu, I can't remember. I haven't seen it on the screen. I don't know what deck you want, so just if you could send us a reminder. Yep. Wosu, you're up next. Wosu, you're up next. Wosu wants surrender. Okay, you've got it. You're very brave. Congratulations, you're a very courageous person. I'm glad you are willing to reach out for Power of Surrender. Okay? Just think about it very carefully. What does that mean? The power of surrender. It's actually the art of evolving, growing, and adapting in your life for the better through the power of letting go. It's the art of letting go. It's so, so hard to do because the ego wants this, but the soul wants that. And sometimes they're very, very different. Especially if you're like a very willful person, if you have a very strong ego and something crosses your path or crosses you and it's not good, you know, and then that can stir up a lot of things like hormones and, you know, fight or flight type reactions and behavior, and that just ends up making things worse. Okay, Power of Surrender, that's what you're going to get. Okay, I'm going to call it POS. I'm going to put it on your post-it. Okay, that's shuffled enough for now because they'll be shuffled up again later, because I wouldn't be surprised if we have another Romance Angels deck reading later. Let's have a look. So we're going to do the Power of Surrender deck for Wosu. Okay. Hey, Wosu, maybe you could type it on the screen, let us know where you are. I'm very curious. Let me just check. Hold on. I want to do something here. Hello. Hello, people. Nice to see you. I'm so happy you're here today. We're kind of trucking along with the show now. I'm going to try and get as many readings as I can for people. This is personal, one-on-one. This is exactly what happens in a personal reading. It's just like this. Only there's no one else here. It's a lot of fun, and we can go much, much deeper. Anyway, thank you, Wosu, for having the courage to pick that card, that deck. You're over in jolly old England. So, Wosu, do you have a very posh accent? Or do you have a very regional accent, like Bristol? You know, if you're from Bristol, correct, Bristol. Or if you're from Norwich, you would say Norwich. If you're a Londoner, you from London? You from London? All right. I saw you in Islington. Yeah, the soccer riots. I'm going to beat you up. Yeah, you have to be very careful in London for soccer riots. I don't know if they do that anymore. Also, the traffic, man. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here. I'm Terra Illumination. I'm doing readings. What do we do? Excuse me. I'll go back. Sorry about that, W. So you're over in England, okay? So W. Wosu's over there in England right now. Okay, got it? That's where we are. Hey, Cree's in the house. Happy birthday, Cree. Do you still have any leftover cake? Leftover cake, people. Cree just had her birthday and she got a reading the other day. And I was just curious if she had any leftover cake. Yeah. Manchester. Manchester. I can also do Birmingham. I can do Birmingham. And I can also do Liverpool. I can do Liverpool. I can also do Newcastle. Newcastle. How about that? If you're from Newcastle. There are some regions where it's very, very hard to understand. Yeah, W. Wosa, because I lived in England for quite a few years. And you pick it up, you know, you just pick it up. Oh my God, look, we got a new subscriber. Oh my God, look, 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 look. Look, everybody. We have a new subscriber. Boundless Soul. Boundless Soul. Oh my God. Oh, dear Boundless Soul, thank you. Thank you so much. If you knew what was happening behind the scenes here at Terra Illumination, you would be weeping. I am so happy to have a subscriber. One new subscriber. Please remember, click the bell, because that's how you get your notifications. If you don't click the bell, nothing happens. It just becomes a number on my screen. So click the bell. Thank you so, so much, Boundless Soul. Thank you. Scotland. You're from Scotland. Guess what? I shall tell you something, Boundless Soul. I have peed off John O'Groats. Yeah. And I have been to Hogmanay. And I've had blood pudding. And I've been to Edinburgh Castle. And I like watching those Scottish dramas on Netflix. There you go. And I've been to Loch Ness. Yes, I've been to Loch Ness and I saw the monster. I gave the monster a reading and he said, oh my God, thank God, because I couldn't get a reading from anybody else. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I know. Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh, we got a bunch of Brits here. Edinburgh. 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 I think I got that one. All right, well, Sue, over in Manchester. What's that? You know that actor? What's his name? Jason Statham. He's like this sort of super macho, ultra violent, sort of anti-hero, hero type of guy. Yeah. He's got a really like hard London accent, if I recall. I like that. We got a new subscriber. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Makes me giddy. Makes me absolutely giddy. If anybody who's here and is not a subscriber, please subscribe and please click the bell. Okay? W. Wosu, you are up. I hope you're ready. I hope you are ready. Remember, this is all about the art of letting go. The art of letting go. You're very brave. And we have for you Surrender the Drama. Aha! This is actually a very difficult card from my perspective. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, Remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue or the issues more quickly. Can you see the raging fury in this person here? Can you see the temptation to take the bait? Do you understand what I'm talking about here, W. Wosu? The drama is kind of like, it's like these war games that people play with each other. And sometimes it's very subtle and sometimes it's very blunt. And a lot of times it's deliberate. It's to bait you into taking the bait so that when you take the bait, it means like they win. Okay? And so let's just say inside of you, you're like fuming and angry with somebody about something, okay? And you want revenge, or you've been abused, you've been screwed over in a job or finances or credit cards or love or relationship or your health. There's something's just like really, really screwed over. And it's like an ongoing thing. And if it's in love life, doesn't matter. If it's in a family dynamic, if it's parents and children, if it's like yourself and a job, yourself and a corporation, yourself and yourself, like your like studies at school or whatever it might be, things can flare up in terms of drama, okay? And it's like this huge waste of energy, a massive waste of energy. And if you, like, let's just say there's you, Wosu, in a good condition, you are nice and centered, okay? And then there's this so-called drama out there, and it's just like, oh God, there's like a, have you seen blah blah blah? Like, did you know about that? Like gossip, 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 like, or things like that. You should get a new job. You should change your hair too. Have you got a new wardrobe? When are you going to get your act? Whatever it is, and it's just baiting you and baiting you and baiting you. Job pressures, and then you suddenly go, you're screwed. You lose. Okay. So here's the problem. If you're getting baited and you're sucked into this drama where you're constantly getting sucked in, and it's actually a lose situation. And so the only way out is to surrender the drama. Literally, like, you know what? It's just like walk away. You just literally walk away. You disappear. And then the others are like, well, where did they go? We don't have anybody to do drama with. We need somebody to bait. Okay? All I'm suggesting here, I'm going to go back. Hey, WOSU, don't take the bait. Walk away. Just walk away. You don't have to explain why. You don't have to get justice. You don't have to get revenge. You don't have to pay back some kind of debt. You don't have to collect some kind of debt, whatever it is, psychological, emotional, vestigial, junk, garbage, dramatic crap. You just walk away. And it might make you feel like you're a loser because you're walking away. But actually what you're doing is defending and protecting yourself and letting all the other stuff dissolve into its own garbage, its own sewer of poop that you don't need, okay? Just don't take the bait. Got it? Just walk away. See what she's doing? Just do that. Just walk away. Got it? Walk away. Very easy for me to say. Very hard to do. But you wouldn't have picked that card unless you needed to hear it and you had enough strength to do it. So don't take the bait. Walk away. Thank you, Wosu. Who's up next? Queen Noor. I don't remember where you are. Hey, Upasti, can you help out? I don't know what to do. Okay. Okay. Queen Noor, where are you, please? Okay. Oh, I'm glad you're getting something out of these readings. Sometimes I get a little bit shaky, nervous when people pull the surrender deck, but it always is such a rich, satisfying experience for me to read them. Queen of Noor, and let us know, where are you? I'm very curious. I love knowing where people are when we do these things. I'm just shuffling up people, just clearing it, and then we'll move on. Queen of Noor, you're up. And let's get the next one lined up while we're at it. Let's be super efficient. After Queen of Noor, we have Tanya Hikes. Is that correct? Did I say that right? Anyway, it's Tanya next. So if we could find out what Tanya wants, and before that we need to find out what Queen of Noor wants. It's power of surrender, Ubasti. It's the power of surrender. It's the power of surrender. Okay. So up next we have Queen of Noor. Okay. So please let us know which deck you want. After Queen of Noor, we have Tanya Hikes. I hope I said that, spelt that right. And after Tanya, we've got Linda. Linda, you already know what to do, okay? So that's enough for now. Let's keep rolling. I'm just going to stay on a roll, people. We haven't done any singing or dancing or anything. All right, let's have a look. You know what? Maybe I should take a break while everybody's getting their stuff together. Queen of Noor, Sweden. Wow, so cool. So Queen of Noor is over here in Sweden, and Tarot Lumination is over here. So now we're going to do a reading by remote from here to here in real time. Just like this. Kapoof, 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 kapoof. Hello, Queen of Noor in Sweden. This is Tarot Lumination in Los Angeles. Venice Beach, to be more precise. Well, I live right by the ocean. I'm a very lucky man. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see it. I got you, Queena. All right, so we're going to go for the Gaia deck. Excellent choice. Okay, so now we've had a reading from every deck here tonight. Some people have, like Mona, I think she had to go to bed earlier. Mona has dozens and dozens and dozens of decks. Some of you know Tati. I think she has lots of decks. And some of the readers here, they have like these huge deck collections. And I understand why. They're very, very addictive. What I found is that I get kind of distracted. So I keep to a very, very narrow range right now. I do have my eyes on a couple of decks, but I only bring in a new deck when I'm really confident that I can handle it, okay? Oh gosh, what did I say? Queen of Noor is Gaia deck. Okay, so we've got the Gaia deck here. This is a beautiful deck. It's been around for a long time, and the artist's name is Tony Salerno. He makes these big paintings, okay, and they're out of like these rich, soft, like oil pastels on canvas, and then he turns them into these oracle cards, and he writes a little book for each one, okay. Ah. Gosh, I love doing this stuff for you guys. I'm getting prompted to do more and more live shows. And I'm sort of tempted. All right, here we go. Hold on. So settle in, okay, Queena? Excuse me, hold on. So this is going to be your card. Thank you for trusting the process. It says here, ooh, reflection. It's a really beautiful card. Now this is actually a really big painting. It's big, okay? And you can see that this is like a moonlight thing on like on a kind of a lily pad lake, okay? It says here, illusion, self-examination, distortion, okay? So let's have a look. Let's get deeper into it, all right? Karen, I see you. Karen Clark is here. Karen's over here in New Zealand. Look, okay, over here. Pointer, everybody. Here is New Zealand, and Karen Clark is right there. Karen Clark is right there. Isn't that amazing? I love doing this show. It freaks me out. All right, this one's for you, Queena, over in Sweden. This is hopefully going to bring you back down to earth, get you settled, just bring a bit of common sense into the life. Okay, it says here, what you see around you mirrors what you feel within. The chaos you perceive or experience in your physical reality simply reflects your inner chaos and turmoil. Oh my gosh, this is so true. If you had lived the life that I've lived, then you would know what that means. If you're just getting an awareness of this, Queen and Noor, and it's happening right now, please understand this stuff is very real, very real. It's very real. They see what's that saying, that expression? As within, so without. Okay? As within, so without. It's so freaking true, it's scary. Okay? So let's keep reading. It says here, what you see around you mirrors what you feel within you. The chaos you perceive or experience in your physical reality simply reflects your inner chaos and turmoil. Now, the inverse is true as well, so don't be too scared, all right? The beauty and the wonders in your life also are a reflection of the beauty of wonders within, okay? If things are not working well in your outer world, what is it that is not working well within you? This card calls for a thorough self-examination, reflection. Do not merely skim the surface. Aha, you've come to the right place. We're going to go deep here, Queena. You must delve deep to under the cover the truth. This will take time, patience, and commitment. Well, take full advantage over the next 4 months, 5 months or so, with all the big planets retrograde, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. They're going to take you very deep into the deepest currents of your life, okay? And that will be a discovery. Observe your thoughts and feelings throughout the day and make a note of negative or unconstructive thoughts and feelings. This practice over time will in itself help heal and restore balance in your life. It may be helpful to keep a diary in which you note your thoughts and feelings. To keep a diary in which you note the thoughts and feelings. This is so that you can find out what it is exactly, like put it into words. It's so important. Putting it on paper and putting it into words. What is it that triggers these thoughts and feelings? Journaling can be an incredibly powerful self-healing tool. Journal writing will also help uh, provided that the journal is for your eyes only. In other words, it's you don't share this. It's just you with you. Okay. It may also be helpful to seek professional advice from a qualified counselor or health practitioner who has experience in this field. Commit to this reflective journey, be disciplined in your approach, and you will never look back. The rewards will be greater than you ever imagined. I have several repeat clients on this channel who come in every couple of weeks or every month. It's just like some people go to, their hair salon or their nail salon or their therapist or something. And we've developed these amazing working relationships together. And I learned so much from working with these people. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you, Queena. You can watch it again on the action replay to get the story properly. For now, we have to move on. There's still a bunch of people here. My gosh. Okay. Thank you, Queen. And next up we have Tanya Hikes. Okay, let's have a look. So I can't remember what happened. Tanya. If you could write it in, or Ubasti. Let me just check on Ubasti what she wrote there. Tanya Ubasti. Yes, you said it right. Psychic growth. Okay, got it. All right. It is weird, isn't it, Quina? It is freakish what happens here on this channel. Um, Quina, yeah. It, I keep saying it over and over again, but it's like because I was kind of born into this kind of condition. I mean, it's been a nightmare for most of my life dealing with this stuff, and I decided let's just give up. Let's just do something with it. So that's why we have Terra Illumination today. And it is a constantly changing, shifting, morphing thing. This is not a normal, regular tarot channel. It's much more about the healing power of love and bringing it into our lives from up above. So when you pick that card, it might just be one tiny card, but it's amazing how it's like a bullet, a sniper bullet. They tend to go just straight to the point, like, or whatever the issue is. It's just an amazing thing. It never fails. It never fails. Because why? We are guided and we are protected. We got this, people. We got this. We got this. All right? Gosh, I should be playing all sorts of Terra Illumination songs right now, but I think we just need to keep going. If you want to, you can hear a song on the channel. It's called I Am Guided, I Am Protected. Or you can hear it on Spotify, or iTunes, or Amazon. Yep, Terra Illumination's going big time. Pop star, rock star stuff, all that. It's just, that's next level. All right, let's get back. Let's do some work, people. All right, Tanya, you're going to go for the Psychic Growth deck. So, Tanya, you probably are asking for that because you're already experienced in these frequencies. Maybe you have experience like with clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, energy healing, psychic mediumship, all those kinds of things. Or maybe you're getting glimpses of it, like lots of synchronistic things happening in your life that are beyond logical explanation. There's no way to explain it. And so you have to allow that there are other things going on in your life, in your world, besides what your eyes and ears and nose and mouth and skin are telling you. It's a vast, vast universe when you cross the veil. And it can be absolutely terrifying when people have like a psychic awakening. People can end up psychotic. They can end up hospitalized. They can end up schizophrenic, psychosis, all sorts of horrific, scary things. I don't want to stop you or scare you away from doing any of these healing practices, but sometimes if it catches you off guard, whew, you need centering. So you're at a very good place here, Tanya. We got a lot of people like that here. And, what's that saying? Birds of a feather flock together. We're a very loving crowd here. And a lot of the people who come here are already tarot readers and so on. And we need a safe haven. We need a refuge for ourselves, Where do we go, Where do we go? Okay? All right, so I'm going to shuffle this deck for you, Tanya. It'll be a single oracle again, but it will be directly relevant to your situation regarding psychic growth. Okay? So let's hang in. You know what to do. You're probably already centered already. If you want to get into a very meditative state, a very, very serene, a very, very pure condition, I'm sensing something from you, Tanya, specifically. Now, what I'm sensing is that you're already a very kind of meditative, serene energy type of person in your own way. You've already done a lot of homework on yourself. You are already like a seer of some kind or shape or form in your own way, and you're sensing that things are expanding for you. And so what do you do with that? Even if you're at the most elementary levels, what I just said still applies, okay? So let's just cut it, okay? Let's just cut it. Cut it up. Let's see what happens here. It says, clear the past, okay? 36. Before I even read from the book, it's very, very, very difficult to evolve and grow and adapt in our lives and blossom and flourish if we do not do the cleanup campaign. And that often means cleaning up our act, cleaning up our residue, our poop, our doo-doo, whether it was imposed upon us or whether we created our doo-doo. Either way, it ends up in the psychic 12th house, the psychic dumpster, the 12th house of our life, okay? And from there, it can end up, if it's not if it's not taken care of, then that can putrefy and toxify every other aspect of the life, and you don't even know what's happening. It's like black mold. If we don't clear this up stuff, if we don't clear up this stuff, it is literally like fungus, black mold. It just gets into everything, and you don't even know it's happening until it's too late. Okay, so I'm sure you can see the imagery here. There's a character in the middle with an hourglass. The time is ticking. How long are you going to wait to clean this up? Okay, whether it's matters of the heart, whatever it is, we need to clean it up. Okay, it says here 36. Okay. Again, this is probably very challenging in some ways, Tanya, because it means doing a lot of work that we don't want to do. Okay? To flow in spontaneity and synchronicity, your guides advise you to forgive those who have hurt you and to free your attention and energy from the past, the shackles of the past, the shackles of your wounds, your pain, your suffering, all the abuse you might have carried, all the woundings, all the damage that might have been put upon you. It doesn't matter whether they did it to you or you did it to yourself. Either way, you own that pain, you own that damage, and it has to be revealed to heal it. It has to be cleared, okay? So the forgiveness, it restores your vitality and awareness of higher vibrations. Nothing positive comes from holding on to the wounds of the past. They're just preventing you from experiencing the blessings and guidance of today. Notice what resentments and old angers are burdening your heart. One by one, identify and then abolish these psychic chains by forgiving those involved, including yourself. Acknowledge the gifts each past injury has offered you. Okay, like a lesson. This will allow you to forgive more quickly. And if you're stuck or not in the mood to forgive, fake it. It's true. You can't fake it till you make it. It's mind-boggling what you can do with neuro-linguistic programming. Okay? There's something else I wanted to mention here. Oh, I wish I had said it at the time. I've lost it now. Okay, noticing what resentments and old angers are buried. Resentment kills. Resentment is so toxic. It is literally like rust. It corrodes everything, and the whole of the rest of the infrastructure of your life can collapse. Okay? Resentment kills. It's literally a poison, and you own it inside. And if you're not careful, so it's very important. If that's in you, you have to identify it. Even pretending to forgive sets the wheels of healing and higher vibration into motion. This does not mean that you condone anything unjust or feel that it was okay for anyone to injure you. It simply means that you are ready to move past these mistakes. You're not condoning anybody. You're forgiving them. They're still evil. They still hurt you. You still hurt yourself. That is not forgiven. What you're forgiving is their actions towards you. Okay? You're not condoning them. You're not saying it was okay to do that by forgiving them. It has to be understood. You can't reach what your heart seeks as long as you remain physically chained and attached to past wounds. If you seek justice, ask your angels to render it and let go. You will immediately experience a lightening of heart, a deeper connection to your higher self and guides. In this lighter state, your guides can direct you far more easily to what will bring you peace and calm, and then it feeds into itself. Once you get the taste of what it is like to forgive, it becomes a very powerful tool. Sometimes you have to do it and do it and do it over and over again. Like they said, fake it till you make it. You might still be still smoldering with anger and resentment, but when you start to do the verbal practices, or even using paper or something like that, it's a very solitary process. Eventually, you can train yourself to forgive. It's a very, very powerful tool. So I hope this helps, because once you do that, it releases your spirit, your psychic spirit, to be much, much, much more light and free and happy. Okay? And that's good for the planet. So I hope that helped you. It might not be what you wanted to hear or expected to hear, but that's what you got. Okay? Thank you, Tanya. You're very brave for coming to this channel. Next up, we have Linda Descartes, and I can't remember what Linda wanted. Let's have a look. And after Linda, we have XXOO. Okay? Let's see how we're going to go here. I have to clear up the deck. Okay? So, Linda, I'm going to shuffle this while I watch the screen to see what's coming up next. Linda wanted Romance Angels. Thank you, Ubasti. Okay. You got it. Okay, that's cleared here. Let's go over to the Romance Angels. We've kind of gone full circle now, haven't we? Okay, Linda. I hope you're prepared. If you already had to go, and you can watch this on Action Replay, so don't worry. You'll get it. Thank you, Fiery Beacon. I don't think I have your name on here, but thank you. Okay, Linda, let's do this. I can tell that you're ready, even if you're not here. Here we go. Ooh, that was a big cut. Wow. Here we go. Religious factors. Okay. So this is a pretty specific card. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path in one way, shape, or another. It happens in many different ways, like being with someone who's from a different culture. Or you are born into a certain culture, and then you realize it's alien to you, and you grow out of a culture, and then you become like an alien to your culture, or your culture becomes alien to you. So let's have a look, see what it says. Okay, hold on. Here it says. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So, Linda, this is for you. This card reveals that religion and spirituality are subtle but very important factors in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church, temple, or meeting places associated with your faith or your spirituality. If you're currently with a partner who is not spiritually minded, or whose beliefs differ markedly from your own, you may feel dissatisfied. It can be extremely frustrating, I guarantee. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion, especially if you've got the hots for someone who is outside of your culture, or religion. The romance angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during the process. Decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationship and what your priorities are for your partner. For instance, it's possible your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, things like kindness, forgiveness, charity, patience, affection, without necessarily having the same religious affiliations that you do. So that makes it very awkward. Very nice, potentially, but also very awkward, potentially. The angels remind you that your partner, just like everyone, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both of you and your relationship. So this is going to take work, okay? I think what's happening here is that this might be a very subtle but very awkward, perhaps buried subject matter, which needs to be, brought into awareness more, perhaps discussed or faced or understood, and then figure out what you do then, okay? Again, it might not have been a card that you wanted to hear, Linda, but that's what we got, okay? Okay, so the chat is stationary at the moment. We're waiting on feedback. Thank you, Linda. I hope that helped a little bit. XXOO, I don't know if you're still here. The screen is locked. I'm going to keep going. Rosangeli, I don't know if you're still here. Let's have a look, people. Okay, this is what we've got lined up so far. Okay, let's have a look since we're here. We've been going non-stop, no breaks, people. XXOO. Rosangeli, it would be great if you could check in, let us know you're still here, and let us know which deck you'd like. Valen R. And Ella 6230. Okay, so if any of you guys are still here, please check in, because we've done a bunch of readings already, and if people are leaving or going away and they don't want their readings anymore, I'd like to move on to people who are still here and who would like to have their readings. Okay, Rosangeli, okay, I see you. You want the Psychic Growth deck, okay? I'll just put it over here. Got it, okay. Valen wants Romance Angels deck, okay, got it. Ella 6230, I'm glad you guys are still here. It takes a lot of patience to be with this show. A lot of courage and a lot of patience. Okay, so we're missing a couple of people. XXOO and Ella 6230. Well, wait a minute. I'll just leave those at the side because I'm not seeing any activity on the deck. Oh, Ella said Gaia. So Ella's still here. Okay, I'll put Gaia. So we'll just put that over here for now. Mo is here. Hello, Mo. Mo just showed up. I need more water. Got another glass on hand. I drink about a gallon of water a day because of this channel. So let's put XOXO over aside for now because they're not showing up. And Ella, we'll put them, I'll do them in this order and we'll see who shows up. Rosangeli, you are next, okay? Rosangeli, you are next. Some people just walk away and they abandon their readings, and that's okay. You know, they got other stuff to do. We're here for hours and it's just like everybody get in line kind of thing. I get it. So let's put this deck aside and we're going to go for the Psych deck. Okay. You don't have to tell us anything, Rosangeli. But if you're picking the Psych deck, you've probably solved for some of the other readings that we're dealing with your spirit, your spirituality, and how and the challenges that happen when you become more and more high sensory perception, as you get more and more extrasensory perception, greater synchronicity, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, intuition, mediumship, reading, psychic stuff, all those things. Okay, so this will hopefully give you some insight. See if we can get you tuned up here. Think of this as like a little tune-up. There's so many ways that the psychic senses work. All right, this will work. Rosanjali, we've got you. Here we go. You have. Back to the basics. Okay, that's good, wholesome, juicy stuff. So this reminds me of like tarot illumination, because I do a lot of self-healing practices, and sometimes I do them standing up, but I can do a lot of self-healing practices lying down. I've had to do some very advanced self-healing that I had to teach myself from different yoga practices, different yoga training, certification things, and advanced energy healing practices. And in the end, I created my own little modality. And I share it with a few people now and again, but it's pretty rare that I do that. We have a members thing over here, and it's coming up to First Friday, by the way. If there's any members still here, we have a First Friday event, and we're going to have a group gathering. So if anybody wants to get into the healing modality, we can do that. Back to basics. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, it says here for you, Rosanjali, your psychic sense and higher awareness are founded on common sense, which begins with properly meeting your basic physical needs. Oh my gosh, that is so powerful. It's so important to understand that your body, this is your body, okay? Think of this as your body, okay, Rosanjali? Your body is a transceiver. It's like a smartphone. Your whole body. It's not just coming into you from your head, which is kind of like the tip of the antenna. Your whole body is a transceiver. It picks up energy everywhere. The skin is an incredibly large part of the antenna, and it goes into the heart. A lot of people think that psychic stuff happens only here, but it's actually the whole body. You are a transceiver. You are transmitting and receiving energy constantly. And it's very important to take ownership. I do so much work with my physical stuff to try and get centered so that I can operate from the heart and so that I don't get overwhelmed by this part. Okay? So it involves the whole body. Back to basics. Let's keep reading. Sorry, I got carried away there. As obvious as this sounds, it's easier said than done for most people, as they tend to live in their heads and forget their bodies. It's so true. If you neglect your basic needs, your higher awareness will diminish, leaving you to operate on adrenaline and anxiety. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what happens, okay? You know what happens. People start taking energy drinks. They get all hyped up and wired. They think they're smarter than they are. They start talking faster. They think, oh, I just had an amazing thing. And what's happening is actually they're just buzzed out on Starbucks triple espressos with extra cream and sugar. They're like Herbalife, echinacea things. What, not echinacea, ephedra drinks, and all these sort of like things that sound like they're all very magical and medical and spiritual, but it's just basically drugs, stimulants. You have to be so careful, okay? It's so easy to get stuck in the head. A lot of sugar, a lot of caffeine, a lot of stress, a lot of communication in, communication out. It's very important to integrate your whole body into your spiritual practice. If you're in such a state of adrenaline and anxiety, it's like you're wired for fight or flight all the time. It's like chronic PTSD. In such a state, you miss the finer, more subtle psychic vibrations and you lose your way. Self-love and self-care are non-negotiable commitments for the sixth sensory soul. Get it? If you've drawn this card, it's time for you to raise the bar on self-awareness. Assess your basic habits. Are you taking loving care of your body without guilt? Are you getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating healthy and lovingly prepared food? And are you getting enough adequate exercise? If not for any of these, you are paying a high price for your neglect and the sabotaging of your higher awareness. Your body is your greatest psychic receptor. See, I told you. And as a fully committed sixth sensory being, give yourself these things and pay attention to the higher energies of life starting now. But it's all about your physical body, the whole body. Gosh, I hope that works for you, Los Angeles, with that card. Let's have a look. Who's up next? Valen R. Okay, so Valen R. We've got Romance Angel deck. Okay, for you. I just saw something about Ayla. Okay, wants the Gaia. Is that correct? You okay? Got it? Hey, watch what you're saying there, Ubasti, about shaved heads. I don't have a shaved head. I just buzz my hair off because I kind of have to. The way my body works. I'm also bald. So there you go. Okay, Valiant R. Just need to clear this deck. Man, we've gone the whole show without any singing and dancing breaks. So we're going to save it to the end. We'll have a couple of sing-songs, okay? Thank you, Rosangeli. I'm sure you know exactly what this means. You don't even have to tell us. It's pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure you know what we were talking about. Doing what you got to do, okay? Okay, Valen, you're up. Come on, come on, come on. Clear, 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 clear. Okay, over here we have Romance Angels for Valen R. Yeah, you got to stay hydrated. Got to stay hydrated. Hello, Fritali. I stay far, far away from caffeine, and sadly, it means I'm kind of a lonely person in that way. I have hardly any people in my life who take coffee. Sometimes I'll have a sip of somebody's, but that's it. It's just that it changes the personality so much. It changes their psyche, it changes their frequency, it changes their soul, it changes their whole entity. And so I can't do it. And it's the same thing like with alcoholics and drinkers. I can't hang around with, you know, a lot of party people in that way, although I do like to have a beverage now and again. The reason Italy, I need a maximum antenna functionality. I know women are lucky because most women have their hair, and the hair acts as an antenna. At least I think so. It's very, very hard to rebuild your life if you're a caffeine junkie, okay? And you have to figure out how to do that. And obviously people try to, you know, substitute caffeine with something else. And it's just, you know, it's a game. Eh? Queen of Water is in the house. Greetings. Aussie. Queen of Water, you're an Aussie, aren't you? Valen R. Let's see what's going on here. Let's have a look. Let's see. All right. So you know what to do because you've been watching the show for a while now. Get settled in. Get your invisible friends on hand. Got it? Got it? Okay. It says here, honeymoon. Okay, now don't get carried away. Okay. Hello, Fiery Beacon. I saw that. It says here, this is for you, Valen R. Lovey-dovey issues. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Do you see this? Like they're in the Venice canals over there in Italy, and they're on their gondola, and over here, here's the guy who pedals the gondola with a stick and a paddle, but they got wings. They got angel wings. Okay, let's get serious. This is a very serious channel, as you know. Okay, here we go. It says here, this card indicates the need for a getaway. You need to get away, do a little road trip or something. This card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love. It's like sort of a courtship ritual thing again. Remember we had that earlier? The specific application of this message depends upon the person who is inquiring, of course. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You are going away with your new spouse following your wedding. That's called a honeymoon. That's all part of a courtship. For those already in a long-time partnership, this card can speak to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic holiday. You have to admit that you need it, then you have to plan it and go and do it, and then get romantic. Okay? This card can also relate to the honeymoon period of a new relationship. And for still others, this card indicates that you will meet someone special while on a vacation. Okay? I don't know if any of you guys have know or had that experience of when you have this phenomenon that they call falling in love, and all of a sudden this thing that we called logic just disappears out the window. People love, and sometimes love defies logic. And sometimes that defiance of logic is just like, it's just like the most powerful, seductive, beautiful drug, because it's amazing when people, you know, that's for some people haven't had that and they wish for that. Some people have had like skirmishes or they have encounters and things, but they never have that magical moment when the souls merge and there's this unity. Okay, I'm not just talking about the passion itself, but I'm talking about like a soul merger, and it can be so delicious that it triggers that euphoria. It's the euphoria, and that's what people love. That's what people want. And if you've had even a tiny taste of it, it's like freaking drugs. You want that again and again and again. And sometimes it's not available on tap, you know. Some people think it's on tap and that's what they think is going to happen in a relationship. Now that they've had that first like oh moment, they think, well, that's it. Well, it's not, because we intimate and we separate. You are you, the other is the other, and you have your own spiritual life and soul journeys together. And sometimes the intimacy and the separation is not in sync. Things get out of sync, and you can't like, oh, you can't quite hook up, you know, when you thought. Oh. And so if you had a taste of that, or even a glimpse of it, or you feel you deserve it, and you can sense that there's a little bit of that stuff out there, this would be like that super euphoric stuff. You and it's very, I think it's very important. It's like, you know, whales when they mate, they go deep down, they disengage from the rest of the pods and the herd of, or the flock of whales or whatever they're called, and they go hang out together and they have that honeymoon energy together. It's just the one and the other, and it's very private, it's very intimate, it's very euphoric, and it gives them this amazing charge to come back and live life again. And maybe that's what you need, Valentar, a bit of a dose. You just need a bit of a dose of love in the moment. So there's another Terra Illumination song we could play. So there you go, Valen. I hope that helped you. Okay? I hope that helped you. I'm glad you appreciate that. Thank you, Rise from Clay. It's amazing sometimes how these cards, just one single card, can reverberate. It just goes ding with more and more and more people on one show. I'm looking at some of your comments. You guys are funny. There's so many people here I've never seen before. I'm really happy to have you here. Excuse me. Hello, Max. What's going on? Max is over there in Argentina. Look at that. Wow. Thank you, Valen R. I think you said from Manchester. Is that right? Gosh, I can't remember. I can't remember. Basti. Do we have any record for where Valen R was? I think it was Manchester, England, wasn't it? All right, so we are up next with Ella. Is Ella still here? I think somebody said yes. Ella is still here. Oh gosh, we did that one. We did that one. Ella. Ella wants the Gaia deck. Is that right? Is that what we did? And did somebody say that Ella's here? I have to see it on the screen because I'm totally dependent on the moderators now. Thank you, Valenar. I hope that had some value for you. Okay, so Ella is here. Ella 6230, ELA. ELA, I think he said it's a guy and his name is Eric. Is that right? Greetings from southern China. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. We have such a cool, this is literally the cool kids crowd here. Is it Eric? Did I get that right? Eric? I can't remember. Uh-oh, fiery beacon's coming out with it. It's all splurging out on the screen here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, don't worry, Fiery. You're in a safe place, okay? You're in a safe place here because almost every one of us at some point has had some kind of breakdown or meltdown on this channel when we do this stuff, okay? So don't worry. It's okay. All right, Ellie, you're going to get the Gaia. I think I said Eric. I'm just going to say Eric. See if they stop me. Eric from southern China. Oh my God, this is so cool. YouTube is now in China for Terra Illumination. Fan-freaking-tastic. This is so freaking awesome. My God. I'm just amazed that there's so many people across the world who can speak English. I've tried to learn multiple languages. It just doesn't work. I can make it sound like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. Basti is the queen of the public meltdown. No, dear. Look at Rise from Clay. Look at her note. Still loving my ex. Defies my logic. Want to cut it out, but there it is. Yep. I'm sure all of us, we've been there at some time or other. It's a bizarre thing, isn't it? Bizarre. How bizarre. Oh, how bizarre. Oh, how bizarre. Yes. Let's have a look here. Gaia deck for Eric in southern China. So look at this, folks. We're doing a live reading right now with Eric over here from Terra Illumination all the way to here. That's freakishly awesome. Okay? Now, of course, we could have taken a plane and gone this way, but my finger is way off the side of the stage right now. It would be coming over from here. So it's almost exactly 100% across the other side of the world. Wow. All right. Okay, Eric, let's see what's going on. Cool shades, man. Let's see what Gaia's got for you. The whole idea here is this is going to bring you down to earth, just give you a bit of sensing of centering in case things have not been centered for a while. Sometimes it's like we were saying earlier, it's so easy to get stuck in our head. And then how do we come down off of that? We were talking about caffeine earlier. You watch what happens when you take caffeine away from someone who has their triple shot espresso in the morning and then a double shot at noon. It's frightening. If you're going to go like cold turkey and get off of caffeine and stimulants and uppers, you need to be very gentle and take your time. I'm not kidding, people. Here we go. All right, Eric. It says here, hidden path. Okay, so this is a very mysterious card. It says here, the theme is about the marriage of spirit and matter, okay? So it's just a lot of mystery because it's all happening simultaneously. And over here at Terra Lumination, I like to operate as though it is all one. I truly, truly dedicate and prioritize so much time and energy towards operating as like a single entity where there's really no differentiation between my mind, my body, my heart, and my soul. It is one glowing disco ball of love. That's how I like to conduct myself. I know it's possible because I've done it, and every day at some point I usually get a little taste of it. But I have to tell you, it's work because it requires a deep, deep commitment to self. Love thyself. Let's see what it says here. It's so much easier to outsource our lives, outsource our problems, outsource and blame and name everything outside as the source of anything that's not working. But ultimately, we have to own it all ourselves. Okay? Let's have a look. All right, for you, Eric, so is this. Okay, this is for you. Dear Eric, you have traveled far in search of greater meaning and fulfillment, having made much progress and learning valuable lessons. You want to continue your journey, but the road seems to have come to an end. Where do you go from here? The symbolic imagery on this card is set within a magical forest. It seems inviting, yet the way forward is not clear. No physical path exists. However, there is a way forward. Between the trees is a symbol for eternal life, and to the right is a symbol for healing and protection. This card is inviting you to move forward spiritually and offers you healing and protection along the way. Spirit and matter must now merge if true progress is to be made. Your rational mind must align with your heart. When your heart and mind are both focused on the same goal, great things are possible. This is true spiritual alchemy. All your work towards can now be achieved. All that you work towards can now be achieved. Okay, so this takes risk, okay? It's risky here. It's asking you to go into the unknown. Really, that's what it's about here. And when you get to the, let's say you've already done a lot of work on yourself and you're continuing to do the work on yourself and you want to evolve and grow, and you reach this sticking point, you're stuck. What do I do now? Where do I go now? Maybe you're very, very conscientious. You've done training for this, training for that. Maybe you're spiritually aware. Maybe you're already very kind, compassionate, patient, loving, and giving. But if it still feels like a dead end, what now? What now? What now? When you have that question, it means you're looking into the unknown, the great unknown, which of course triggers fear for most people. And so they halt. And so the real cessation of the journey is not because there's nowhere to go, it's because of the fear of the unknown. So it means taking risks, going into like a spiritual, like new territories, okay? And that takes work. That's a whole other reading, okay? That's a whole other thing. We don't have time to go there right now. I hope that helps you, Eric. I really do. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really glad I got to see your reading live with you. I got to clear the deck. Oh, look at that. We're empty, people. All right, it's 2:37. Oh, okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little break. I'm just going to take a little tiny break, and I'm going to offer one more reading to somebody. I don't know how we're going to choose. If somebody has an idea how to pick a winner here, let's just say there's a whole list of people here who are still here, and I never signed you guys in, and some of you might want a reading. If you could put your hands up, type it on the screen or wherever that works, and we'll somehow or other do a little miniature lucky draw to pick somebody. But I need a break. Okay, clearing. I'm going to play a song called Love is the Word because it's quite active and it's got a very strong beat. And I need a last little puff of energy to get through the rest of the show. And here we go. It sounds like this. For the skies, opening my hands to welcome in the day, gather in the sun's rays before I'm on my way, and the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Moving through the day, pray no accidents arise. Giving thanks to heaven that I am still alive. Blessing my enemies, blessing the ones I love. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I've done. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out
is on the rise. My trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon in the numb as I reach up for the skies. I command all fear and shadows be gone before my eyes. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard, resonate inside us, calm is the word. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard, resonate inside us, calm is the word.
All right, people, I just got back. Okay. I just got back. So let me go check in over here. Let's see what's going on. Greetings. Okay, so we're pretty close to the end here. So Basti, what are we gonna do? I think there's Mo, Rice Buffet, Camille, Fiery Beacon, Ice Queen, Tanya, the names for the draw. Oh, I see. I get it. And Vaughn. Great. Okay, let's do a lucky draw. How about that? Oh, actually, you know what? This is perfect because this gives me an excuse to tell everybody about the lucky draw tomorrow and another lucky draw on Friday. Da, 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 da. So we're going to put everybody in the box. Okay, everyone's going to get your magic post-it note and we're going to shuffle it up and we're going to get a winner. All right, let's have a look, people. What have we got here? All right, so I'm going to add Yvonne to the list. Thank you, Basti. Let's do this. So we're going to do this one by one. Well, let me read it. Hold on. I got to get back to the chat. Stay there. Hold on. Okay, Mo. Mo is here and wants a reading. And we've got Rise from Clay. And I think you said South Africa. Is that correct? Camille Biao, I think, is in France, if I recall. Okay, there's Camille. Got it. Okay. Fiery Beacon. Whoa. Oh, you're the one who's got some issues with caffeine, right? Is that right? I love coffee. Let's have a look. Tanya Jordan, there you go. Let's have a look. And then Yvonne. All right. So, Yvonne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's enough to do a lucky draw. And whoever doesn't get it, please come next week. And also, by the way, let me just actually stay there. I just realized. Well, I might as well advertise this right now because we have a captive audience. Isn't that what they would do on Oprah or something like that? Or the Tonight Show? Look, I had this stuck over the side because I was going to make another video, but we're going to do this tomorrow. I'm not kidding. This is serious stuff, people. So let's get to this in a second because this is great, Ubasti. What a really cool segue. In TV land, I think they call it a segue, you know. So Mo, here's how we do this. Watch, people. This is the magic. This is when the magic really happens. Where is your magic post-it note? See that? Kerblam. Rise from clay over there in Africa. Can I get a reading? Camille Biao over there in France, I do believe. You never know. You might be the lucky winner. Poof. Fiery beacon. Here we go. Tanya Jordan, it could be you, for all we know. This is it. Oh my gosh. And finally we have over here Yvonne. Where are you, Yvonne? Where are you, Fiery? Yvonne, that's you. That's yours. Okay. Kerblam. Okay, so you can feel it, people, can't you? Okay, you can feel it. All right, so what's going to happen? We're just going to shake it up. That's all we're going to do. I know. It's like a little kiddies show. But anyway, this is it. This is it, people. This is it. This is it. Hold on. I'm going to go to the other stage. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, ba, 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 ba. This is it. I got to move all this stuff over here. Gotta make room, man. I need a bigger stage. This is it. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Do a bit of Reiki here, a bit of remote healing there, a bit of magic there. Nothing underneath, nothing over the top, no hanky-panky, nothing around the sides, no strings, nothing. See that? Nothing. Nothing. So it's shaken up enough. Let's go back to the stage and do something professional. All right, so enough is enough. This is it, people. This is it. I know you're shaking. I know you're shaking. This is it. We're going to pull one. We're going to get one reading, and everyone else will have to come back another time. Here we go. Now, I'm just swirling. There's nothing in here, okay? There's nothing in here. No fakery going on. None of that. This is a professional operation. Okay. Okay. Stay there. I'm still trying to set some controls for the studio. Here we go. I'm sure each one of you can recognize your own post-it note. There it is. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, we just had a power cut. Ha ha ha. Okay, are you ready for this? Hold your breath. I know. It's like winning the Olympics. It's like Wimbledon tennis. It's like the Emmys. It's like the Grammys. And we have Rise from Clay. Rise from Clay, you are the lucky winner. You're going to get the last reading tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon. We're in Africa. I can't remember what time it is. Thank you very much. Everyone else, bravo. Rise from Clay, there you are. Now you get to pick which deck. Okay? Oh, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Another time. I know the suspense is overwhelming. I know. But that's what it's like on this channel. Rise from Clay, you are up. So we have the 4 decks. You've been around watching this, so you know which one. Ice Queen, where did you come from? Yeah, it's whatever's going wrong tonight on the show, it's Ubasti's problem. Okay, it's all her fault. Okay? All right. Thank you, Ubasti. Wonderful. Excellent job. Excellent, excellent job. I know, Camille. I know it's tragic. I know it's tragic, but we will do this again. And you will win a prize. Okay? First time ever? What? Come on. You've had tarot readings before. Come on. Seriously? Anyway. So we're just waiting now for Rise from Clay to identify which deck they would like. Where in Africa? I think you said South Africa, right? Over here? Over here? Okay, okay, Rise from Clay. I mean, you're doing the red carpet. I know you're gonna do the red carpet. You're moving around, saying hello to everybody. Thank you, congratulations. But Tarot Illumination is here. We're on a clock, and we got to get you your reading. And I can't do that until you tell me which deck you want. It's clear that, dear Rise from Clay, you've never done this before. Surrender. Ah, what courage, what strength, what power. It is the art of letting go. Okay? Cape Town. I can't really do the proper accent. South Africa. South Africa. I can't really do it. I can't really do it. There's no point in trying. All right, here we go. This is the Power of Surrender deck that we're going to pull for Rise from Clay. First timer over there in South Africa, Cape Town. I'm just glad you speak English. I feel really, kind of nerdy. I'm one of those, I only have one language people. I live in a city where everybody is multilingual. Uh-oh, NASA is here. Uh-oh. Are we going to have to shut down the show now? Did you spot my signals transmitting out of the top of my head? Did you see my antenna? This is it, people. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Rise from Clay is now seated comfortably. Everybody can sit back and relax and enjoy the last moment. Here we go. This is for you, Rise from Clay. We have Surrender to Spirit. What a beautiful ending. Thank you so much. It says here, once that you have done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. Oh my gosh, that's a very powerful card. Okay, it's a really powerful card. I'll just go read it again first. Once you have done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. Divine guidance, divine intervention, divinely ordained. It is possible to operate a life at those frequencies, but it takes huge amount of surrender, because when you are being commanded to surrender to Spirit over here, there's this other side of you over here, which is the ego, the person that the person with your body parts and bits and your character and your personality and your mind, your attitudes, your conditioning from childhood, your expectations, the pressures of society, cultural conditioning, all those things, those are considered like enough of everything to identify you as a person. But that is just one one facet of the diamond. If you think of yourself as a diamond, like there's so much more, and it is all over here in the land of spirit. And so to migrate from three-dimensional over to spirit requires a huge amount of surrender, a huge amount of letting go of your three-dimensional expectations, plans, desires, commitments, obligations. I'm not saying you can just walk around like a fairy all day. All I'm suggesting is that when you surrender to spirit, it's like you're literally saying like, dear heaven, dear angels, please help me to take care of this. I've done everything that I can, and I need to go do something else now. And then you literally walk away. You don't sit there fussing and worrying. You walk away and then let uh, something become divinely ordained. If you try to force the will, you're making it so hard for your angels to help you. And once you start building up a relationship between spirit and self, and the closer they merge, where it just becomes one thing, where you are literally just like this. I know this is supposed to be look like the sun, but eventually, once you do a lot of work on yourself, you're not worried about all your chakras anymore, like, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, lavender, whatever it is. All of that kind of disappears into like a glowing disco ball of love, where it's a constant kaleidoscope of beautiful, ever-changing colors, and the overwhelming feel is something like gold or pink or magenta. It could be anything, but you get to the point where like the ego doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. The only thing that counts is spirit, and you become literally an instrument of the healing power of love, and you have uh, divinely ordained experience and energy working through you. So that energy that we see here is actually the healing power of love moving into you and through you and out of you like a lighthouse. Okay? You can't, I mean, in theory, like it would be great if you could just pull a switch and make that happen, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work. I hope this helps you rise from clay. And I'm going to do a little song called The Blue Light right now. And I'm going to hang out with you guys on the chat and do the blue light. And then I'm going to show you a couple of other things. So don't go away. I'm going to be right back. We're just going to have one little song. Okay.
I've witnessed the blue lights around you, mixed with gold and turquoise surrounding you, pouring down on you like a shower that you shared with us for an hour. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. We need the light shining eternal, most especially when things get infernal. When things get all battered and shattered, lost in darkness, that's when it matters. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear.
So there you go, Rise from Clay. So while the rest of us are still here, there's a couple of us still here. Hey Pat, I see you. I just saw, hey, hold on, I gotta stop this thing. I don't know why it started playing again. So greetings, Path Travelers here. Path Traveler is literally a path traveler, okay? So this is a perfect moment to introduce a show. I'm gonna actually be doing another show tonight. I need a few hours break and I have to rebuild the stages and everything. But we're going to celebrate a little bit of the new moon. Okay, it's a Leo new moon, and I'm going to go through all 12 signs. Okay, so you don't have to pick a winner or anything. And during that show, I'm going to be asking for super chat donations for people just to help out on the channel here. It's going to be random. I'm not going to be doing any readings, and I'm going to show you the poster because I'm going to have to make a little video about this in just a moment, and I'm going to put it up there to promote the show. So you're getting an early preview. So this is what's coming. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Ha! Hold on. Oh, I don't even have it. I haven't even made up the stuff yet for the show tonight. Anyway, so we're just going to waltz into it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to come on live. It's going to be tonight, maybe 6 or 7 p.m. I'm probably going to think about 6 or 7 p.m. Terra Lumination is going to be back here, and we're just going to have a little show for all 12 signs about the Leo new moon. Okay? Got it? Meanwhile, let me get my acts together here properly. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be reaching out for Super Chat. If anyone's here and you want to come back and hang out, we're just doing stuff about the Leo new moon and how it relates to everyone. But this, tomorrow at noon, Thursday noon, I'll show you. We got this. Look at this, people. We have never done this before. This is a lucky draw. Okay, it's sort of like what we just did a few minutes ago. The winner gets a free essential reading. That is a one-on-one meeting in person, just like what happens here. Okay? Everybody is welcome to enter. members, whoever it is, anyone on the planet who wants to enter, they can enter. Okay, so I'm going to be running the show for a little while just to get the entries, and I'm going to do the lucky draw live on the same show. It's just one big kerblam show. It's just about pulling a winner. Again, I'm going to ask for super chat donations, everything like that to help out. But I'm intending to broadcast at 12 noon tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. And your name could be here, right here. Yes, I know. It's it's just like it is literally like winning an Oscar. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Rise from Clay tonight did her walk around. She came out on the red carpet. Took her 20 minutes to calm down once she had won, but we finally got her seated, and the camera stopped clicking, and we had to send all the paparazzi away. But she finally got her reading. Thank you for your patience, and everybody who was here today. Thank you for your patience and kindness and hanging out and having fun. I love doing this with you. I'm trying to expand the potential of the channel here. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please ding the bell. So important. Okay, and just as another heads up for any of us here tonight who are members, actual members, there's going to be another lucky draw on Friday. And all we're going to be doing is collecting names for the members, and we're going to take it over for a few days into next week to fill up the pot for members to see who wants it. And the members will be getting a free full complex reading. It's worth a lot of money, but the members get it free. So with this essentials thing here, this is much more affordable, and I'm just giving it away as a prize to make people more and more aware of the channel and the fun and the stuff that we do here. Okay, we're not going to do this very often, but I'm in the mood to do it now, so you might as well take advantage of me while you can. Okay, I know it's kind of a big deal. I know we'll probably get 20 million hits, 20 million views, 10,000 new subscribers just from this alone. I know it's freaky. So that's it. The basics are done. Thank all of you for being here. We're going to start to wrap it up now. I want to check out with you personally. Think of all the places where everybody connected for us. Look at that. We had some folks in America. We had, I think, was it Max from over there? You know what I'm going to do? Here's what we'll do. I'm just going to put out all the Post-its. Okay? I'm just going to put everybody out there who actually got a reading. See? This is how we do it, people. This is how you do it on the most professional channel, the most amazing tarot channel on YouTube. This is how we do it. This is how it works at the really premium, top-end, most boutique-y, specialized tarot channel. And let's just admit it, it is an acquired taste. It's very much an acquired taste, okay? So there you go. You are the stars of the show, people. That's you guys. That's all of you guys. And whoever didn't make it tonight, you too can be here too, but it'll have to be another time, another day. All right. So I'm going to hang out now. Let's put on a bit of fun. Let's go check out. That's it. That's it, people. I got to strip everything down. Got to go crazy, and we're going to come back tonight. Okay? So if you guys can handle another dose, it's a completely different show. We're going to be referencing the August Astro Doodles because it all starts tomorrow. All right? I hope you're ready. Okay? I'm going to check out. I'm going to play a little bit of music and I'm going to check out. I'm too tired to do some dancing. You'll just have to like dance amongst yourselves. I'm going to keep something going for you while you guys check out. Thank you, Ubasti. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for your participation. And we will go from here. Yes. This is where we live, people. Isn't it beautiful? This is where we live. This is what it's like from the Terra Lumination space station, where we do all the broadcasting at the Terra Lumination World Headquarters. And luckily, we got good enough internet. Yeah, So there we go. I think I'm gonna play Love. Should I play like? Yeah, I'm gonna play Through the Ether because I want to leave on a very kind of spiritual note. It's about a very it's like how souls can communicate, because I'm very, very, very fortunate in my life to have a lot of love and being loving and being loved. And sometimes it just leaks out. What do I do with all that stuff? So here is a song to give you an experience of what it's like for me.
Okay, this is called Through the Ether. You'll figure it out once you hear the song. Playing up and around in our mountains, in our seas and our forests, with all of our stones, exploring one another, pushing our boundaries like new lovers. And you comfort me through the ether, and you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me, and you assure me through the ether that we're okay, everything is gonna be okay, that you're holding my hand all the way. Our innocence is becoming so apparent, and our magnificence at the same time too. And with your permissions and our shared ambitions, we get to discover our own truths. And you comfort me through the ether, and you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me, and you assure me through the ether that we're okay, everything is gonna be okay, that you're holding my hand all the way. And you comfort me through the ether, and you tell me, I can tell that you're worried about me, and you assure me through the ether that we're okay, everything is gonna be okay, that you're holding